Hello guys, how's everyone doing today? We are going on a little errand and I figured let's do 2 back-to-back car chats, and then this afternoon I will focus on some sit-down videos, but I know that a lot of you guys really like these videos, so I'll give you 2 back-to-back. Why not? It is absolutely freezing here. It is miserably cold. It says that it's 25 degrees. I think that it's colder. There's a little bit of wind. It's just misery. It is absolute misery outside. I don't even want to be out right now, but I need to run this errand and then I will be home for the rest of the day. I think we're going to order some delivery for dinner, and that'll be that. So I ordered these Forever Eye Masks. I'll put up a picture right here. I actually got the idea from James Welsh. You guys know the Welsh twins, I'm sure. Robert is more makeup and James is skincare. They're twins. They're amazing. And he was showing on his channel, I think I was watching an older video, but not super old. But I was watching and he mentioned these eye masks that are reusable. And all that you do is you layer on your eye cream and then put on the eye mask. And instead of the eye mask itself having a serum or some kind of skincare product on it, you pair it with your favorite eye cream. And so I ended up ordering those. I figured that it would be a good thing to have those that are reusable so that I'm not constantly looking for eye masks and stuff. So I'll keep you guys updated on those once I try them for a little while. Seems like a pretty simple design, and I like things that are reusable. Just rinse it off and then put it back in the case and you can use it again, which I really like. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And I think that they were $25. When if you think about it, the cost for a box of like 5 eye masks is usually around 10 to 12 depending on the brand. It can even obviously be more than that, but I try to not spend more than like $10 because I think that that's just too expensive. So when you think of the cost versus them being reusable, I think that it makes a lot of sense. Oh, what I want to talk about today is this whole idea, we constantly see YouTubers being exposed for things in their past, sometimes things in their present, but a lot of times it's things from their past that are brought to current day, and they're, canceled or exposed, whatever kind of word you want to use. And I've said in the past, I am not a big supporter of cancel culture, but there are certain things that people will do online that, they definitely deserve to be called out. Like when I think of Nikki Phillippi, when I think of Brittany Dawn, like if you're utilizing your platform to scam people, you're out here doing actual illegal activities like killing your dog when that's not what needed to happen. So these things need to be called out. They need to be talked about and all of that. But then you have someone like Elle Darby, who her tweets were exposed from when she was younger. When I covered Elle Darby, it really made me think of this whole idea of how a toxic past can really destroy your future. Because when you think about someone building an online presence and they're popular and they're this picture perfect family who couldn't do anything wrong. And then something like this creeps in from their past, and you know, people have every right to be upset about it. I find that to be very interesting, and I, you know, obviously don't know all the answers, but I do think, like, how do you guys feel about this? Would it be better for an influencer to expose their own past and give an apology and address it head on? Or do you look at it and say, oh, well, if it comes up, then they need to address it, but if it doesn't, then it's fine? The reason that I think that the latter is not really a feasible way to go about things is because these things always end up coming back. It's just a matter of time before someone finds the tweets or the Instagram post or video footage of this person being homophobic, all the things that a lot of these influencers are exposed for. It's only a matter of time. So if it's not addressed early on and it's, you know, the person isn't owning it, then you're kind of just playing a waiting game. And if you're playing the waiting game and you hit 1 million followers and then this comes out, you're going to have to address it head on anyway, because running from it is not going to do anything for you. So would it be better when the influencer is less popular and small to say, listen, I am not the person that I was 10 years ago. I said this in a video, and I know the video is out there somewhere. I would like to offer a formal apology to anyone who I hurt or anyone who those words affected. I would like to offer an apology to those people, because I've just never really thought that the idea of buying time was a very smart way to go about things, because I would not want to know that I have skeletons in my closet and they're going to come out at some point in time. I would rather show people that I'm not that person, offer the apology, and then continue to move forward, because as you gain more popularity and you get more attention and recognition, then you can say, I've addressed this, I've apologized, you know, whatever. And I know that apologizing for something that hasn't technically been exposed yet might not be the easiest thing for people to do, but I would much rather just get it done, especially if I'm really sorry and I'm really not that person any longer. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm just sitting here because this truck right here, you see it right there? He's blocking my space. So there he goes. I will back out now. So I really hope that, you know, what I say, does that make sense? Like, and obviously, it's hard to say what people would really do. But in all seriousness, like right now, if I knew that there were some really distasteful tweets that I made when I was younger, or if there was a video floating around out there that was on Instagram or something that I knew those words could end up hurting someone. If I knew that at some point in time the words that I used at a certain point in time would hurt somebody or make them feel pain or feel sorrow, I would just come out and own it. Like, I would make the decision to say, this is what I did, this is the video, I'm offering an apology. Because what it ends up seeming like is, when it's exposed by somebody else down the road, and it's something that the influencer has never addressed publicly, it does make it feel like, oh, well, they were just hiding it. They were hiding it, hoping that nobody would ever shine a light on it or bring it to the forefront. And anytime you're caught hiding something, it's always going to end poorly. Always. It is always going to end up in a negative light. It's really going to just end up making you look like you were intentionally hiding it and not wanting it to be talked about. I hope that makes sense. But it is really crazy how you can work for months and years to put out this image that is just pristine and wholesome. And I'm not saying perfect, because there are influencers that try to make themselves look actually perfect, but a lot of them, it's just not being problematic, and they do that for months or years, and they try so hard, and then to have all of that come crashing down is something that is unfortunate, but it's a very real possibility for anyone who has something hiding out there that, could be exposed. And just to be really clear, I'm not talking, when it comes to these things being exposed, I'm not talking about innocent things that are being taken out of context. I'm talking about actually being racist or transphobic or homophobic, any of these really upsetting things that people should be upset about because it's wrong and it's gross and it's cruel and all the bad things. I also understand that there are some things brought public that it's very clear that the person is just, the person who's exposing it is like trying to twist something and make it into something that it's not. Does that make sense? Because I've definitely seen both sides of it. It is really something that I've tried to remember for myself, is that the one thing I will never be able to reconcile in my head is someone having such a strong dislike for an influencer that they're willing to compromise their own morals in order to try to bring down someone else. And I obviously think of all the things we always talk about, don't go real life, it's not worth it. And that is something that is kind of crazy to think about. We all come to YouTube, or we all come to whatever platform it is that we're putting content onto, and we have morals, and we have a set of rules that we apply to our real lives, and hopefully it translates over to your life online too. But I do see this quite often where it's like this distaste and hatred for someone else who you really don't know, because most of these people don't know each other in real life. You're now in a position where you're compromising your own values because you hate this other person so much. Like for me, I would say, I can only speak for myself. For me, going real life is never an option. And there are some people that I've come across online that I do not like. But I would never compromise my personal beliefs and my personal core values just because I don't like this person by contacting their employer, seeing them, sending harassing messages, bullying someone. Because at the end of the day, what I always think about and I always go back to is that harassing, calling employers, calling where someone lives, all of these kinds of things are not going to produce anything good. It's all bad, it's all twisted, it's all disgusting, and it's not going to make your argument any stronger. It's not going to get you any amount of respect. It's not going to do anything but create hate and dangerous possibilities for the person that's on the receiving end of this harassment or the talks or whatever. I hate when people leave their shopping carts just like in the middle of the parking lot. I'll never forget my very first car. I was at the grocery store and I was at the grocery store and I'm coming out and I see my car and I see this. It was windy and I see this shopping cart heading literally directly right for my car, and it ended up hitting my car. There was a scratch, but there wasn't like a big dent or anything, and I was so upset, but I was pissed because I saw the whole thing happen and it was like it happened in slow motion. So even if that didn't happen, I would still hate when people leave their shopping carts, but please don't. Okay, so I need to go to the grocery store, grab a couple of things, and then I'm going to get home and focus on getting some filming done. So yeah, hopefully everyone is good. But for now, if you like the video, leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.